Hello, everybody. My name is Connor, and we are here with the Comic Book Shop, Spokane, Washington. One Piece finals between Damon and Mark. Mark on the Enel, Damon on the Shanks. Damon has been grinding the Shanks, and Mark's been playing Enel for as long as I can remember. And honestly, I was kind of excited to see Enel still placing very well at this tournament, even with the Kingdom Come ban. So to start us off, Shanks will go ahead and swing 6. Mark thinking about deciding if he wants to trigger. No trigger. Gonna go ahead pass turn. Another big swing coming right back at Shanks. Kind of what I expect from the early game of these two. Although Damon did leave 2 Dawn up. Potentially he has the Red Hawk or is faking the Red Hawk. At the 5 Dawn turn now, we are probably going to see, my guess would be the 5 cost Luffy. I know a lot of Shanks are now playing those, a lot of the cards from the starter deck, and I think it's really made Shanks a really strong deck. But 6 at lead, going to go ahead and take it in classic Enel fashion, getting as big of a hand as possible, and the Lucky Roo comes down. Protecting himself from anything that Mark may be able to play out. Gonna tap 4 for actually Damn Punk, the new event. Gonna end up taking or checking his life, I believe, and popping a. Is it a 4 cost? Popping a character. I'm not super familiar with Damn Punk. I haven't seen many people play it. Gonna go ahead, swing 7 at the Shanks, and now without the Lucky Roo, Damon's gonna make that choice between. Is he going to take it? And yeah, he's going to go ahead and take it. Both players taking their life really aggressively here. Drawing for turn. He's at, I believe, 7 Dawn now. If I've counted correctly, which is it's possible I haven't. Trying to decide what he wants to do. Nothing really to play. If he has Beckman, no benefit in that. Could potentially play out a 5 cost Luffy if he has it from the new starter deck. Such a good card, and I think it just gives Shanks a much more valid early game. But the 6k going into Mark, and Mark is going to take it, dropping down to 1 life. And Damon actually plays Luffy out and decides not to pass, or decides not to swing passing turn, most likely because he knows he can't get through. But Mark actually just goes ahead and puts that Luffy in the bottom of his life, bringing Damon back up to 4 life. Probably one of the best things he could have done. That if Luffy was on the board, definitely I think would have been a little easier for Damon to go for game. And honestly, I don't know, as a filthy yellow player, I really enjoy seeing cards like Katakuri still have a place in this meta. Damon taking some time to think about what he wants to do. Definitely in a weird spot here, I think. I'm going to go ahead and play Otama, then tap the 8 for the Rayleigh to pop the Katakuri. Really doing a great job of controlling his board. I mean, honestly, they're both doing a great job of controlling each other's boards. Not many things being played. The 7 going into Damon. Damon's got to decide, is he going to counter out? Is he going to take it? Going to go ahead and take it, dropping back down to 3, tapping 8, putting Rayleigh at the bottom of his life. Yeah, Katakuri is so good for removing those bodies. I think with Kingdom Come being gone, I think that Katakuri is the best removal that Yellow has potentially for higher cost bodies. Definitely really hurting without the Kingdom Come, but Mark's still able to really put in some work here. I mean, obviously, this is the finals. He made it all the way to the finals on Enel. Pretty impressive. But Shanks, 10 cost, pop Shanks coming down and getting rid of that second Katakuri. The 7k swing going at lead. Going to get a 2k and leader effect. And the 8 cost Kid coming out, trashing a life and passing turn. 8 cost Kid just so good. There's nothing that feels worse than not being able to get your life out of your life. Very, very well said. But the 8 cost Kid just being able to trash that life, really good. But Shanks is going to go ahead and swing into the Kid, and Kid is going to go 5 at lead. Looks like it's going to get 1 Kid countered, and the Rush Shanks is going to go ahead and pass turn. Once again, doesn't want to give Mark a free leader ability to cycle some cards, get a new life. 7k leader ability and 2k, and another 8-cost Kid coming down, trashing a life, and then doing the Eustace Kid effect. Draw 1, trash 1, gonna go ahead and trash the Brûlée. Really healthy hand size, it looks like, for Mark. Damon, pretty healthy hand size as well. Just trying to... Damon's got a pretty big board, though. The 10-cost Shanks is gonna go ahead and trigger out a Brûlée. Gonna go ahead, heal, trashing a 0-cost. The Brûlée really... potentially really helpful here. It depends on if Damon has an answer in his hand, which he certainly could. There's so many answers like Beckman, Mulligan, who knows, but getting that trigger, he's gonna have to change how he plays, and he will go ahead and Mulligan and minus the Kid, making him a 5-cost or 5,000 power, excuse me, if I did my math correctly, which is very possible I didn't. Gonna go ahead and swing 5 at Kid, and Mark's just gonna let him go. Kid has done his job. As nice as it would be to have him on the board to swing, Kid was able to rip 2 of his life, actually, with 2 different Eustace Kids. So the 10-cost Shanks still able to swing, and the Rush Shanks, excuse me, and it looks like he's thinking about playing something with 4 Dawn, potentially a Lucky Roo, maybe the starter deck Zoro with the 2 Dawn set separately. It gives me the idea that he wants to get that Zoro to have Rush and just try and overwhelm Enel, which is, I think at this point in the game, pretty possible. Unfortunately for Mark, we haven't seen too much of a board presence from him. And yep, there is the starter deck. Zoro gonna go ahead and swing. I believe that is 8, if I am not mistaken. 2, trashing 2 0 costs to get out of that. 3 0 costs in life. And it looks like the Shanks is going to swing. He's going to take that, and he gets a trigger out the Braum, which is a OP10 Sky Island card. Interesting tech there. But it gets him a body on board to potentially help him swing for game. I don't know exactly how much what he's running, but he's actually just going to go ahead and use Katakuri to pop that back in life, as well as dropping a Shirahoshi blocker. Shirahoshi blocker, really good here, I think. If he does have Mulligan, I'm pretty sure that would pop Shirahoshi, as well as trigger a heal. He would have to play down Beckman if he had it, I think, to trash the Shirahoshi. But yeah, I mean, Mark, his hand size is dwindling, but he is staying alive. And there is the Beckman, just as I said. Gonna go ahead and swing. I believe that is 6 with Zoro. Yep, getting the 2k out there. Gonna swing with lead. The 10 cost gonna swing, and the Rush 10 cost Shanks going to go ahead and swing. Looks like he's thinking on the trigger. Gonna trigger out the Nekomamushi. Really good trigger here. It really depends on what Damon has in his hand. But with the 3 bodies on board, it is potential. Mark potentially has lethal. Let's see. It looks like he has about 5 cards in hand, 5 to 6 cards in hand. Pretty. Oh, it's gonna be tough. I know the old Shanks was running a lot of bricks, and I think that they still have a decent amount of bricks. But yeah, so gonna go ahead and start with the 9k swing to lead with Katakuri. We can see that Damon has at least a 2k in his hand, as well as leader ability. Damon taking his time to think about this, which if Mark is running something like the 7 cost Enel, it could definitely matter how he counters out. We do know that he is getting 2 more cards in hands, but both cards are bricks, so they are not going to be helpful to Damon at this moment. So he is going to go ahead and take that 9k swing. Going to go ahead and swing pretty big with Nekomamushi there, taking and swinging the rest on Enel, and he is going to go ahead and counter out of that. And I think with that, there is a very solid chance that Damon will take the game here. Yep, load it all up on the Shanks and swing. Overall, really good game. I think that Damon played very well, and I think Mark played very well as well. Obviously, since they're both in the finals, although unfortunately for Mark, he did get bumped down to 4th place. But Damon did get his invite to Nats, so congrats to Damon, and thank you both to Damon and Mark for letting me record this game. It was really fun to watch. Definitely makes me feel like I gotta do some learning, I gotta learn how to get good like you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please go ahead and congratulate both Damon and Mark in the description or in the comments below. Both players played very well and had a very good tournament. But that is gonna do it for me, guys. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.